Let's get you our top story, and that's the ongoing water crisis in Bengaluru. That's prompted the Bengaluru Water Supply Board to look at alternatives in quenching people's thirst. The government and the people are working together to take initiatives in conserving water. After taking control of the water tankers to standardize the price, the Water Board has also introduced fines in ensuring drinking water isn't wasted for construction, cleaning vehicles or gardening, or for that matter, in swimming pools as well. Hospitals and real estate companies are also working on recycling water and drawing environmental friendly treated water. People in Bangalore are hoping for this monsoon to help relieve the stress on posh areas of the city. But will these lessons continue even after is the big question.
From residential areas and schools, mounting water shortage has been driving Bengaluru hospitals to look at various options in drawing and saving water. Brookfield Hospital near Whitefield is lodged in one of the parched areas of the city. With zero groundwater, this hospital has always been dependent on water tankers. Nearly 24,000 litres consumed over 3 days. And it is still not enough since 5,000 litres of water is used per day just for the dialysis unit.
That is getting recycled as into a separate tank, and there is a definite proportion that we use this recycled RO water along with the regular water that we have, which is used for purposes like washing, cleaning, which are the non-patient direct related kind of requirements.
While some hospitals like this one are making sure 60% of the water is recycled for non-potable uses, some others are looking at rainwater harvesting too. In fact, most migrant techies living in this area are now looking at work from home option, reducing the pressure on IT city.
Yeah, I think work from home will be a viable option, but only if people actually went to their homes so that water consumption is reduced and actually the problem will be solved after a period of time, when the population is less.
Meanwhile, politics over water has set in. As the BJP is gearing up to protest against the Congress's failure in managing the water crisis, Karnataka's Deputy Chief Minister has lashed out against the opposition as well as the centre.
ಡೆಲ್ಲಿలో ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಪ್ರೊಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅವರು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಮೊದಲು ನೀವು ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ಮಾಡಿ ಮಾದಾಯಿ ವಿಚಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಪರ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಕೊಡಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾದಾಯಿಯಿಂದ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಶೆಟ್ಟರ್ಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಹ್ಲಾದ್ ಜೋಶಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಕುಡಿಯೋ ನೀರಿಗೆ ಅನುಕೂಲ ಆಗ್ತದೆ.
Forget the political game. Looks like even holding IPL matches at the Chinnaswamy Stadium will need a rethink as authorities are taking stock of the water situation. All work and no play is the new mantra. With camera person Govind, Pratiba Raman in Bengaluru for NDTV.
Pratiba, we are almost 4 months away from the monsoon season. What alternatives is the government looking at as many areas have been hit by drought already?
In fact, every single day the water board here, the chairman of it, has been visiting different past areas of the city, trying to draw out alternatives with them. In fact, just yesterday he did hold a meeting with all the real estate companies, talking about how treated water, environment friendly one, can be used for construction so that drinking water could actually be utilized, especially the tanks as well as the borewells at construction sites where water is available could be repurposed as well as redirected to the parched areas of the city. These are some of the alternatives being looked at, including introducing fines for drinking water being used for non-potable uses such as cleaning vehicles as well as construction as well as gardening. I have with me some of those people from Babu Sapalya of the city, which also falls in one of the parched areas of the city, and to talk about whether these alternatives are really working. Sir, a lot of initiatives being taken by the government. Do you think that water is really available?
No,
still,
madam, our problem still not solved. We require daily 4 tankers, but we are getting only 1 or 2 tankers only. We are facing huge problem last 2 to 3 months. Mainly last month very high
In fact, the last time that I visited this area, people were talking about how the tanker prices are so high. Now that the government has standardized those prices, is there some amount of relief on that front?
Yeah, so previous to that they are charging 1500. Now it was came to 1000 rupees. But even though now it was stabilized, but last one day, but we are facing a last huge, like we are not getting the tankers also on time because of this high demand, and because of this bore is also very dry, and we need to get a Kaveri as well because since it's a new apartment, so we are facing a huge lot of water issues for all the flats. So we're not getting water also exactly.
Main our issue is water only. We are facing hugely water. There is no other.
What about you, madam? I know you are, heading to work right now, and I've stopped you.
It is difficult for that also, actually, because of no water. So it's see, for drinking also we have an issue, and for whatever the day, every day we are facing the same issue. Okay, we are not able to go to office, and drinking also. Like we have a baby also, so it is very difficult. And the tankers, even though if we are giving money, also people are not coming actually, and the demand is very high. And everywhere we see this issue, and they are also charging high. And now the government, because of the standard prices, they have reduced it, but the people are not coming. But even though if they come, it's like not sufficient actually for drinking.
In fact, just a few meters away, I did see the drinking water supply where you can get cans.
Closed.
But they have closed it.
They have closed. Even they are not getting the tankers. Even they borrow tankers and they actually fill it and they convert it to a drinking water, right? Even they are also facing the same issue. We are not getting that also. And every day this problem is there. I don't know when this will get resolved and when we will be back to normal life. We are not sure about that.
So you know what, when it comes to the monsoon season, all of them are looking up thinking that, this problem will exist only until the monsoon. But even after that, will these lessons really be learnt?
No, I don't think so, ma'am. Fundamentally, whatever the development that the government has taken, right, they have never considered the well-being of people. Right, so it's only a focus of build bigger constructed apartments, give roads and all of that. But fundamentally, you have to get the water to the ground level and increase the water levels at the ground. That has never been. I've never seen. I've been here around 15 years in Bangalore. I've never seen such measures taken by any government folks. And for drinking water, right, it's very difficult. You can see people lined up like it'll be like a 1 kilometer line, and we have to stand there to get the drinking water, because whatever RO that we fix, right, doesn't work without the water here. So we have to, even that becomes a big struggle for us.
In fact, when you talk about the day-to-day problems, what kind of suggestions or what kind of measures do you take in terms of conserving water at home?
See, we actually, earlier we used to take the showers and all. Now we are actually refilling our buckets or the containers that we have, and we actually measure the water and we use it. And the thing is, we are actually purchasing food from outside. We are not even cooking at home. So that is also there. Even if we cook at home, we need to wash the utensils, everything. So the consumption will be more than the regular. So that's why we are stopping and we are eating outside. So that is also a big issue, right? Eating outside and unhealthy foods and also so much struggle that we are undergoing. And there's no corporation water and there's no Kaveri water here. So many issues are there, and we are facing it. That's not a good thing.
In fact, when I was talking about the water board chairman visiting different areas, has he really visited this area? Has there been any kind of talks with citizens?
No. He's not. Nobody.
As I know from in Bangalore, where there are votings, there are proper facilities. Where there are no votings, there is no any facilities in Bangalore, as I observed. So here, I'm staying here from last 6 months.
Nobody.
That too, in last 1 month, I think I had 5 to 6 times I had a bath. That is the problem I'm facing issue here. So it's very hard now.
Especially last 2 months, huge problem. There is no water, nothing. We required 4 tanker, 1 tanker only coming, 2 tanker, that's all. We are adjusting that 1 or 2 tanks only.
What do you think will be the suggestion? What's the way forward?
That government need to think.
The government has to think about, and they should be standardized. So otherwise we cannot be survive. And also we need to get the Kaveri also, that connections, whatever it is there, that Jiva, whatever it is there, that should be passed as early as possible. Because even our builders also trying to get the Kaveri connection. But they're saying that we need to get the permissions. So these permissions, whatever it is there from the government office, that as soon as possible, if they give us, that will be more helpful for us to get the Kaveri connection. At least alternatives we can get the water. at least we can manage with 1 or 2 tankers for the daily needs.
In fact, when it comes to drinking water, the entire burden falls on Kaveri water because most of Bengaluru is dependent on Kaveri water. When we are talking about 2,600 to 2,800 million liters of water being consumed per day, at least 1,450 million liters of water per day comes from the Kaveri basin. And that is only because of that the government is looking at prioritizing over other uses Kaveri water that can be redirected to all of these areas. But then when will that happen is still a big question. Back to you.
Right.